Alright, we are on the draw in match 4 of this league with RUG Delver, and I feel like this hand is, it's playable. It's playable. We have a way to grab a land off of Traverse, and then turn 2 we probably start slamming Goyfs, but this hand is probably only acceptable against a mid-range deck. We're spending turn 1 basically cantripping to find a land, and we have no interaction whatsoever. Turn 2 goes to Serum Visions. If it turns out we're up against an aggro deck and we have to find something like a Bolt, and if we're up against a combo deck, we're just totally not going to have a good time. This one we'll keep since we already went down to 6 and we have the Scry, so that's not so bad. Our opponent mulled to 4. Something notable, we still are on the Traverse plan here with this hand. Actually, we're on the draw. We're going to keep that on top. Turn 1, land tapped, I guess. That's fine. That's better than Fetch Shock, get a land for turn 1, give up Traverse. We're going to either go turn 2 Roast or turn 2 Goyf. Our opponent mulled to 3. We can play Breeding Pool tapped, or we can play this Fetch land. I think I'd rather play out the Fetch, just in case it matters for Goyf. Then again, the opponent played a Fetch as well, but they may not crack theirs if they're hoping to draw some lands. I think we Fetch here. Then again, we have Snapcaster Mage, but third land not looking great. Let's grab a Steam Vents tapped. I don't think Windswept Heath plus Flooded Strand means Blood Moon. So I'm going to go for Steam Vents. Would we even get a Forest? No. That's just silly. Let's pay Shock and get this show on the road. Threat number 1 coming in. See if the opponent's going to give us any information as to what's going on their end. We could assume it's a Bant deck, but it could be anything. It's probably not a mono red deck. I think we can safely say that. Hallowed Fountain and Hallowed Fountain, maybe blue-white control. I could see that. Not being up against Jeskai is something I like, because that Goyf is pretty bad against Lightning Bolt right now. Hopefully we can remedy that shortly. What do we got here? Pure Steel Paladin. We're playing against Cheerios. Are they going to win after mulling to 3? It's entirely possible. They draw a card for whenever an equipment enters the battlefield. Yeah. Repeal, let them draw again. Okay, they fizzled. That's good for us. We're probably going to Traverse to get a sorcery in the bin. We need to clock the opponent, and we need to do it yesterday. Hitting an extra land also very important, because now that we know what the opponent's on, I want to Snap Roast if I can. So let's start with this. We're going to grab ourselves a Forest, I think. Not that it really matters. Could double red be better? I think double red is probably the better pick. We're not playing a green card anyways here. We're going to roast this guy. Oh, the Traverse for the sorcery didn't matter. That was irrelevant. We want to kill that Pure Steel Paladin right away, just in case they don't have another Paladin or SRAM. If we can keep their engine offline, that would be great. If they just have another one, we're probably dead. Then again, they might fizzle. Second Paladin, does the opponent fizzle? Land pretty bad for them. Repeal is excellent at this point since there are 2 artifacts. We cannot Snap Roast. We can throw Curious Obsession onto this Goyf. Does that actually speed up the clock? I don't think it does. But it might incentivize them to block. They're probably not blocking. If they have another Pure Steel Paladin, that would be pretty wicked. I kind of want to go Delver plus Obsession, so I believe that's the route here. Do we use the Steam Vents? I don't think it matters since we have this mountain, so we don't actually need the red off of this. Let's get in there. We're probably just going to play Delver after Goyf connects, but we might hit a removal spell. I would love to draw a card, yes. Stubborn Denial, I am in. We are not casting Delver of Secrets. That is too good to pass up. Means Forest might have been better here. We would have tapped this for blue. We would have had Forest. No, we couldn't play Mandrills anyways. I'm trying to figure out a way we could have had blue for the Obsession, green for Mandrills, and blue for this Denial. But that's not a thing that we could have done. Bolt is very good. Let's see if they go to Bolt range. Unfortunate for the opponent having Multi 3 here. I imagine Cheerios is really good against us. We're just going to go for it. They don't have life gain on the table, do they? They do not. Yeah. Cheerios is generally quite fast. I am quite certain they Goldfish on turn 3 pretty well. For those of you who are unaware, Cheerios is named so because it runs a bunch of 0 CMC equipment. Cheerio, because it's like an O in the mana cost. So they play either SRAM or Pure Steel Paladin, and every time they get one of those equipment down, they get to draw a card. So they go through their deck, cast a bunch of spells that turn, and Grape Shot you. When they run out, they can try to repeal like they did. Now, they only had one artifact on the battlefield when they repealed there. Normally, they would have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, something like that. A lot more, having not mulliganed down quite low and been low on resources. So, repeal for them is generally something like a draw 7 kind of thing. It's like a wheel effect. Just draw a new hand. Pretty good. Pretty good. So Cheerios generally combos against you very quickly if you don't have a Bolt or something right away. So we're going to keep all of our early removal in. I don't think Pyroclasm or Anger are going to do here because of artifacts like, I want to say, Kite Shield, where it's +0/+3. If they fizzle for the first turn, which we need them to because these are sorcery speed spells, then there's a pretty good chance their creature is going to have enough toughness to not care about our sweeper. So I don't think we're going to be running that. Deprive might be good. I could see EE. EE on 2 is probably going to be too slow. Maybe EE on 0 to try to stop the repeals. I'm not sure if that's any good. But it only costs 2 mana, so I think I can live with it. Basilisk Collar seems really bad because they're going to probably go off for quite a bit. So I don't think life gain's where we want to be. Ceremonious Rejection kind of works against Pure Steel Paladin because the artifact needs to enter the battlefield. But I believe SRAM draw causes you to draw when you cast it. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, you draw a card with SRAM on the battlefield. So countering that, not going to be great. I'm thinking maybe Deprive to counter the actual creature, but maybe we'll just do that post-board. Dismember looks great. Nux I could see cutting, just because it's going to be a little slow. I don't even think this is a Revelry or Grudge matchup. Okay, do we have any cards that are just atrocious? Obsession seems quite good. I want Thought Scours. I want all the removal. I think this is what we're doing. Echoing Truth probably isn't fantastic, but it kind of maybe time walks them. So let's do it. This hand honestly isn't terrible. It's not terrible. I don't think that's the way I want to be describing my hands. Not terrible isn't exactly a compliment, but you know what? We've got a removal spell and a threat, and we're on the draw again, so hopefully we'll find either another land or another removal spell. I'm going to keep. We get to take out their first dude. They already mulliganed, so that's probably not a good way to make your decisions, but I'm hoping they don't end up with a bunch of Pure Steel Paladin effects. Mishra's Bauble, okay. We're going to scry here real quick and decide whether or not the top card is better than having a Delver in play. Lightning Bolt is pretty attractive, I have to say. Clock, I think, beats Bolt, since we already have Tarfire, so I'm going to go for it. Let's grab a Steam Vents. If that was a land, I don't know what I would keep. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe second removal spell is the best thing we could possibly have. But I'm thinking we shuffle that away, maybe we hit our second land? And that seems really good. Thought Scour, I would love to reveal that, but I'm not going to cast it anytime soon. Let's put it over there. These are the cards we're looking to play. Not even because we can't cast those other ones on the left there, but I guess we wouldn't even want to play the Thought Scour until end step, but I could totally see end stepping that. I am ecstatic to have drawn the Dismember. We really got rewarded. We got to shuffle away, we got to play our threat, and shuffling away the removal spell resulted in us drawing another removal spell, which is fantastic. 3 lands, maybe they were going for this, they were not. I forgot to Thought Scour, that's a misplay. We should have gotten to cycle and mill a couple things. We're not going to do anything here. Let's keep at it. Now the opponent's seen Goyf in game 1, so I don't mind discarding it. I'm going to try to be more on top of the end step. Let's Scour. I don't think they have any instant speed shenanigans that we need to be too concerned with. Flooded Strand, that's excellent, and I think I might just hold up 2 removal spells here instead of playing out the second Delver. How's the clock? We have 5 points of burn. Very, very relevant. If this transforms, we can win next turn. What are the chances that they can beat us through a Lightning Bolt or Dismember? It's not that high. I don't think they can. I'm going to go ahead and play out a dude. I don't think... If they had a Pure Steel Paladin or a SRAM, they would have played it. What is this guy? That is a new guy. 1/1 flyer for blue. Whenever you cast a historic spell, artifacts for this deck, or legendary, that's relevant to scry 1. Okay, that blocks Aberration for a turn. They are going to start scrying. That's not bad. That's pretty decent selection. Better than nothing. And it's another body that they can throw artifacts on, so that seems pretty good. They run a bunch of bad artifacts, so it's probably plausible to just suit something like that up. It's another game plan. You can make a 5/7 or something to that effect Paladin, so why not jack out a bird? If they go to actually equip that shield... Oh, actually, that costs 3 to equip. Never mind. I was concerned. There might be a Grape Shot coming here. Defensive Grape Shot? No. Tap for mana. That's totally fine. They're just spending their mana here. That's okay. This can't tap yet. That actually means there's no Grape Shot coming, which is fantastic. Now, I might kill that on the end step here, just to ensure that we get these guys through. If we do it with Dismember and this transforms, we have lethal, which I kind of like. Then again, Dismember... Yeah, we're not going to give them a chance to equip a shield onto a Paladin. That's fine. We can get rid of the Dismember. Steam Vents. We're going to go low on the life here. We want double red. If Delver transforms, I'm probably going to kick myself for fetching a basic island there. So I don't think we're going to go for that line. Let's get the Steam Vents. Unfortunate for my opponent. Yeah, they kind of had a bad game. Misty, we're not done yet. That's exciting. Let's put that down. We still have Delver Scry. I might crack this, cast Visions. I like holding both of these up because they scryed 4. Which means there's a pretty decent chance they have a good draw coming. So I like having 2 outs to whatever it is they're going to do. I also want to cast this Visions though, so I kind of want to fetch Breeding Pool. I'm a little wary of going down to 7 because they are a grape shot deck, and they're low on gas. We're going to attack. That's step 1. I also want to cast that Visions. Now, I'm trying to figure out if Visions matters at this point. They're at 6. If we only need one of these to stop them, then it doesn't matter. The other bolt effect goes to their face and we win. If we need both of these to stop them from comboing off, though, then the extra scry might matter. And I think that if they have exactly Repeal... No, it's not Repeal. What is it? What's the card? Was it Repeal they played last time? It might have been. They have one that returns all artifacts. Is it the same one, Merfolk Sideboards Against Affinity? I can't remember what it's called. Some Wizards something. It's the wizard's name. I don't remember. I don't think I want to cast Visions. I'm not going to cast Visions. I think I'd rather have the life. It's highly likely that we don't need the card selection here. So I think just in case they have it, I'm going to leave it alone. Here's the Pure Steel Paladin. Storm is 1. Cathar's Shield. We're going to let that enter. That's fine. Do we let them draw their card? They only have access to 1 mana, so I think we're going to kill the Paladin right here. Well, they can't repeal it. No, repeal goes by CMC. Okay, so that's not a thing either. They're going to draw a card. Oh, that was a misplay. You kill the Paladin first, they don't get to draw. Keep that in mind for the next time you play against Cheerios, guys. With SRAM, it doesn't matter. With Pure Steel Paladin, we could have stopped them from drawing a card. Might have thrown away the game, hopefully not. Looks like we're okay. Knock on wood, but it looks like we're okay. What do we got? Oh, I think they were trying to repeal Aberration here. The CMC has been 1 since Shadows over Innistrad. Oh, cool. I'm down for a Traverse. We're not going to cast it. But I am down for a Traverse. They scooped. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and I hope to see you in the next one.